everybody. Adrienne here with Sheroes and Shenanigans. Hello, do you like my red? I needed it today. I needed red. I needed red because this morning I had a feeling that I just didn't feel safe. So, were there some things that happened? Yes. Was I actually unsafe? No. But was I feeling it? Yes. Were they feelings that I liked? No. Ones I want to discuss? Absolutely not. Ones that I wanted to feel? No. Did I feel them? Yeah, some of them. Some of them are still there. But I hit this point where I went numb for a minute and realized numb is not where I want to be. It's really not. I don't want to feel these feelings, but numb is not where I want to be either. So, what do you do when you're in that, right? I mean, basically, once I hit that point, like I went into, as I look back, I can really see the process, right? We're born into these bodies that make meaning for us. So I could either go into a lot of history and analyze the process and find out where all the meaning was and everything like that. But I don't have time and I don't really care because I'm not into always trying to rehash my past. I mean, there are times when, some of it needs to maybe be brought up for point because time's not linear and it lives now too. Sometimes the past lives now also. So, but at the same time, I like moving forward more. So, and as I'm moving forward, there are times when things are hitting. And what do you do when that happens? Well, seeing as how I was beginning to venture into a bit of some toxic despair earlier, such as I'm not worth it, I don't feel safe, all of those kinds of things, I realized, you know what? I am safe and I am worth it. And I had to stop telling myself that for a minute. What do you need when you're not feeling safe? You need some red. Because we're going to talk about chakras today. I know you've heard of them, but this is one of the little tools in my tool chest when I hit toxicity. So I thought I'd share it with you. This is part of the dogma that belongs in my mansion. All right, I was in my doghouse earlier and I needed to build my mansion. So here I am. Otherwise, I don't think I would have shared anything with you guys today because I was not up for it. And I was not up for feeling numb. I knew that had to be unblocked and I knew I didn't want to spend the time on it. So how do you block something when you don't want to spend the time, or unblock something when you don't want to necessarily spend the time on it? Are you going to revisit that? Yes, you're going to revisit it. You're going to probably, most likely need to, but you can work on at least unblocking it so that you can kind of function throughout the day without it becoming this terrible, toxic thought process. How do we do that? All right, I'm going to leave you a video at the end to show you exactly how I do it. Sorry, excuse me, that wasn't fun for you. All right. Basically, you've most likely all heard of chakras. If you haven't, then welcome to the woo-woo train. Woo-woo! Okay. There are a lot of chakras in your body and outside of your body. They're your energy centers. And this is not a belief system. This isn't something that you have to necessarily buy into. It doesn't matter if you buy into it or not. That's the cool part. It's there. And it works. I don't care if you believe in it or not. It works. Do you want something that works or not? All right, so let's go into it. You have somewhere like 342 chakras or something all over. Mainly at different joints and stuff in your body. You gotta think of chakras as almost like a road roundabout. Okay, they're spinning and the energy is coming in and then taking a turn to the next place that it needs to go. There are 7 main ones that are really focused on and that really help with the unblocking. They're kind of the meridian points for everything else, or the big roundabouts within the body. Your chakras spin clockwise within your body. So if you're working your chakras, that means that sometimes you're going to actually be spinning your hand counterclockwise because you want to keep the clockwise motion rolling. To unblock a chakra, you can spin it counterclockwise, and that will a lot of times flood a bunch of crap out that maybe you're ready to deal with, maybe you're not. So if you're going to do that, then try to make sure that you're ready for what's coming, because something will come. It might be bigger than you thought. Anytime that you unblock a chakra or like open a chakra, you want to make sure to close that thing back down, because you don't want it to stay open, just constantly sucking everybody else's anything in. So, all right, your 7 chakras. You've got the root chakra, red. The colors, by the way, the coolest part about the colors is that if you know, I need more of this today, you can kind of, make sure you hang out in more of it, right? You can go to outside and hang around green. You can put on some red lipstick and wear red. But if you kind of know, I'm needing a bit more of this today, that you can dress in that color, you can paint your room that color, whatever it is, because that will help magnify the energy flow of that chakra. So, all right, root chakra is located at the base of your spine. The color is red, and it is where love and fear live. Okay, the two emotions. We're actually just basically born with 2. We come up with all of these other sub-emotions that explain things a little bit better. But you have love and you have fear, which is pretty much safe or unsafe, whether you're feeling safe or unsafe. The next chakra up is located between your groin and your navel. So it's down where, for women, where the uterus is, or the intestines, kind of like down there, a little bit more toward the base, but not quite at the bottom of the spine. The color is orange. This one is called your sacral chakra. And this one is where the sub-emotional home is. So when you're feeling safe or unsafe, then it's gonna pull, bring that energy up, and it's gonna have lots of creativity, at which point we've created a sub-emotional home to help explain everything. But that's where our emotions live. It's also where sex drive, things like that. It's all there, kind of emotional home down there. That's why I was trying to have you differentiate between your gut and your thoughts, your feelings and your thoughts. So that's your emotional home. Then above 2 inches above your navel and a little bit beneath the rib cage is your solar plexus, and your solar plexus color is yellow, and that one is kind of where your drive is, whether or not you're feeling secure, like yourself. You want to think about yourself there, the security of self or the insecurity of self. So the drive to actually act and do something or not to do something. So that's where it's where self is. All right, sense of self, security, insecurity. Next up would be your heart chakra, located in the center of your rib cage, and that color is green. And this is where nourishment and neglect reside, basically, is kind of what you want to think about it. Are you nourishing yourself, or are you neglecting yourself? That's there. So I'm trying to keep this simple. Okay, next one up is the throat chakra, located here. The color of it is blue, and that is where the ability to either convey or desire to conceal is. So being able to speak your feelings, speak your thoughts, send love, that's the convey or conceal. So third eye chakra up here, the color is kind of like a deep purple, and that one is where thought and perspective live. Okay, thought and perspective. Also, just seeing how you see the world, basically. And then above that is your crown chakra, located at the top of your head. That one is more of an indigo color. So basically it's the colors of the rainbow from bottom up. It's an indigo color, and that one is where you're connected to either consciousness or cynicism, is kind of how you want to look at it. So are you connected to the conscious, the light consciousness, or the cynicism of the world, kind of a thing. So it's those thoughts and vibrations that are living above you and which ones you're connecting to. So, yeah. So that's your chakras. Now, unblocking them. You have your, I guess it would be right hand, but this is really my left hand. So would you have your right hand and your left hand? Your left hand is a receiving hand, your right hand is a giving hand. When I decide to do chakra work, then I usually place my right hand down and with my left hand on top. Now, if I really want to actually receive information from my body, then I would use my left hand. And with my left hand, then I would probably stir my chakra counterclockwise, just to kind of open things up and actually be able to kind of go, okay, I'm need to gather some information for myself to try to figure out what the hell is going on, right? Most times, I've already kind of come to the conclusion that it doesn't matter what the hell is going on because my body's going to try to react to it anyway, right? That's my hardware that's driving a lot of the things. So really what I need to do more than anything is I need to unblock it rather than always analyze it. Now, I analyze a lot. That's not to say that I don't, but a lot of times I need to just unblock it. I have spent years just analyzing stuff. I help people analyze themselves even. But there are some times when analysis isn't what's needed. It's just unblocking that's needed. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to put a video up as to what I did this morning to unblock it. And obviously I'm feeling better because I am actually putting out a video that I really didn't want to put out and didn't think I would. And on top of it, I am wearing like bright red kick-ass lipstick. So all I can say is that this works. You don't have to believe in it. You don't have to believe me. Just do the work because the work works. All right. Have a good one.